Greetings everyone, Sumo701 here, and today we'll be taking a look at my childhood, which was this game, Original War. For those of you who don't know what this game is, it's basically a strategy game. A very unique strategy game, and I'll show you why. But before we start a campaign, we have option between American and Russian forces. We'll start with the American campaign, which is generally recommended to start with. Although I really like the Russian campaign over the American one, but oh well. When you enter, you'll see this. This is the timeline screen. Basically, each time you start the game, you create a new timeline, because this game is about time travel and such. And you can actually get very different stories. There's a whole bunch of timelines. You can have this symbol, which is the start, all the way over here, and then just have timelines all over the place. For this game, what will we trying to do? First of all, let's put this in message strategist, because I'm suicidal. But we'll be trying to do this perfectly. And by perfectly, I mean every single medal, the no reload medal, and let's try not to get anyone killed. I want a timeline in which everyone lives, except for the enemies. Okay, without further ado, let's hop in and I'll shut up so you can watch the cutscene. New timeline.
When they told me about the mission, I thought they were crazy. We've all heard stories about time travel, but here were these guys, scientists and top brass, telling me we could do it for real. But they weren't crazy. They had seen Eon. Eon was discovered here, in the wastelands of Siberia during the First World War. Luckily, the guy who found it was one of ours, U.S. Major John Peters. He got it shipped back home where it was classified top secret and taken to Area 51. Our scientists had little problem working out how to start it up, and they found that objects placed inside it simply disappeared. After experiments with radioactive isotopes, the scientists finally uncovered the machine's purpose. The Eon is a time machine. The implications are incredible. In Eon, we have the potential to erase every tragedy from our history. But though we knew what the machine could do, we were unable to use it. The fuel in Eon was never analyzed, and it was used up in the experiments. More didn't exist. Until now. Until we discovered Siberite. This compound contains elements that have never been seen before. When it was first discovered in Siberia, the geologists feared it was radioactive because it felt warm to the touch. Gingerly, they passed the Geiger counter over it, but they didn't even hear it crackle. Back at the lab, they immersed a small piece of it in a beaker of cold water. The water boiled so furiously it almost exploded, shattering the beaker. The Siberite fragment sat in the middle of the debris unchanged, unaffected. In the presence of Siberite, the hydrogen atoms had fused to form helium and released incredible energy in the process. In our hands, we have the catalyst for cold fusion, and more power than mankind will ever need. There's only one problem. The reserves are buried deep in the ground in Siberia, Russia. That's when I was assigned the mission Globe Mine. Our first task was to extract enough Siberite to power the Eon for several journeys. Our second task was a little more complicated. The Earth looked pretty different then. The journey from Siberia to Alaska could be made by land, and that would be our task, to mine the incredible reserves of Siberite and transport them to Alaska. It'll take the rest of our lives, but when this day comes around again, the Siberite will belong to America. Departure commences any moment. There are 20 soldiers ahead of me, but that doesn't mean they'll be arriving first. The Eon produces a scattering effect, so we may end up miles apart and divided by several years. The only thing worth knowing about the Eon is that it's a one-way ticket. That's why they chose someone like me, loyal to the job and my country, with no living relatives, nothing. And no one that can't be left behind. Then, last night I met her. Sergeant Joan Ferguson. She's on the support crew here and won't be coming with us. I feel as if I've known her all my life. Just my luck. I finally meet the right woman, and it's 2 million years too late. It's too late to turn back now. I'm entering the Eon. My life in this time is about to end, and a new one will begin a long, long time ago.
Group 9, prepare now. Donaldson, Williams, McMillan, Sikorsky, Phillips, Grant. Go to Eon.
So, this is it.
I'm going to miss you, John.
Maybe you could get transferred.
My work's here.
I know that. I just wish we'd met some other time.
Oh, maybe we will. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too.
So, this is Original War. First of all, I gotta say, I love those cutscenes. Those cutscenes are amazing. Yeah, this is a strategy game, but it's a very unique strategy game in the sense that you can read the tips if you want to. You can just pause the video. It's a very original game, no pun intended, in the fact that you don't create units. You start with units, like we start with John Macmillan, for example, and then you find more units, and it's permadeath. So, for example, this is our main character. He can't die, but in the future or the past, we'll have more characters, and they can die. And if they die, they disappear for the entirety of the game. And some of them have story impacts. The one thing to note about characters is that they develop. So John Macmillan right now is a soldier, but he can be an engineer, he can be a mechanic, and he can be a scientist. He can fill in any of those roles because your number of units is limited. So yeah, that's about it. Let's enter the Eon. I'll explain more as the game goes on.
Everybody ready? If you want to quit, quit now. You ain't got the balls, we don't want you going.
So what the hell are the women doing here?
We may have less between our legs than you, but a hell of a lot more between the ears, Sikorsky.
You can quit or step into the Eon. If we quit, the game ends. It just ends. So
One more
let's step in.
And no more 21st century. It's gotta be a good move. What a place. Untouched since the dawn of time. And not a tourist for 2 million years. This is Lieutenant John McMillan reporting for duty. Alpha, you read me? Come in, Alpha. This is Lieutenant McMillan. Alpha, do you...
Get off the radio now.
Thanks for the welcome. Who?
You heard me, soldier. Shut up and move.
Identify yourself.
This is your last warning. If you want to live, get your head down and get out. You want to die, then stay right there.
Shit. What is this?
So the first thing we do is fuck off. We're in the past, and due to our actions in the past, as you saw there are Russians here who came after us.
Quick, before he moves.
Yes, their accents are amazing. In this part of the game, we learn something really important, which is the high ground advantage.
Identify yourself.
Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you, buddy. Just tell me your name and what's going on.
Corporal Bobby Brandon, sir.
What happened?
I don't know anything, sir. I just stepped into the Eon. The next thing I knew, I was here and being shot at.
Who were they?
Well, I didn't wait to find out. I was just trying to stay alive.
You're hurt pretty bad. We gotta get you some treatment.
Go ahead. Call 911.
We'll get you to Alpha Base. They'll patch you up there.
Our second character.
Too late. The bastard is gone.
We can speed up the game, by the way.
I'm there.
So basically what I was saying is that we have the high ground advantage. What that means is that we can see people below us, but they won't see us until we shoot.
I'm on it.
Like those guys, they don't actually see us,
on it.
although we
I'm
see
on
them.
it.
Listen up. There are 3 of you in the area. Form a group and head northeast. Repeat, head northeast. We'll try to get you out.
What is going on here? Who's attacking us?
Stick to the long grass and avoid the roads, or you'll be seen.
I said, what the hell is going on here? Who are you?
I'm Commander Powell, and if you make it to Alpha, you're in deep shit, soldier. I told you not to use the radio. The enemy's tracing your signals. Use this frequency again and you're dead.
Okay. So, this mission, the first one, is kinda let's just kill this. It's kinda complicated because from Ta'u, like that, those fucking tanks,
I'm there.
we have to avoid the
I'm
roads.
on it. I'm on it.
You just have to go here.
Head north now. We're sending a search party over.
Born to kill. Okay.
Don't kill
listen to
the
them.
Eggman.
It's a trap. Continue northeast. I repeat, northeast.
We will not try to make contact using the radio. Basically what's happening is we're being traced. And up here is a trap, and up here on the original goal is...
What's your name, soldier?
Cirrus
Goddammit.
Parker, sir. The bastards really dropped us in it, huh? Head northeast. Great grid reference. I don't think so. The lieutenant has a compass.
It's all the info we've got for now, so let's use it.
Okay, let's just stop here.
Done it.
You can read the hints while I talk, before they talk again. So basically the Russians came after us because we moved, I mean, we go to the past, and technically it affects the future already. So the Siberite that we're after, it's already in Alaska. So the Russians then attack us and take our time machine and start sending people as well. And so we're in this war in which one of us is trying to move the Siberite to Alaska, and the Russians are trying to move what they call the Alaskite to Siberia. And we have been trapped by them. This is a trap right here, and this is the actual exit.
Ready?
So the first thing we'll do is put Macmillan in the
Yes.
front with this guy, and this guy
Yes.
because he's hurt. You can see his health bar. When their health bar is green, they still regen some.
Yes.
When it's yellow, they don't. And when it's red, they
I'm there.
slowly start to
I'm on
bleed
it.
out.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
But just put-
Yes.
we can pause the game
I'm
with
there.
spacebar, by the way.
Ready?
We are gonna put
Yes.
everyone in the front. Everyone
We
that's
have
not hurt
Americans
in the
here.
front.
We need help.
Let's go, boys.
Let's Sir, go kick yes, some butt. sir. Yes.
Time to
Yes.
kill. Cover me.
Yes, sir. Yes. I'm on it.
We've got to keep moving. Fast.
And that is the first mission, every single medal, with no loading. I'm gonna be posting more videos of this in the future, of course, and this screen hopefully is gonna show up at the end of every single one. I still have not to this day. I've been playing this game, like, I played this game since I was 12. I am 18 now, and I still haven't gotten every single medal in there's a branching option towards the end of the timeline, which I won't spoil, but that first mission, Jesus, it's hard. It's really hard. So until next time. Oh, I forgot that at the end we all get an RPG kind of level up system. And what you want to do is, soldiers and engineers are really good at the start, but towards the end of the game, mechanics and scientists are what win you the game. So I'm gonna make John into a mechanic. This guy already has a mechanic skill, and I'm gonna start slowly making this guy into a proper soldier. That's about it. That's what I recommend you do. So yeah, now definitely, until next time.